My recording setup is pretty simple. There's nothing much to it. I'll try to leave a link to everything in the description. But yeah, so the mic I use is a mic that I got from a karaoke machine years ago. Nothing too special about it, honestly. It's pretty cheap. Probably $10 to $20 online, Amazon. Yeah, I think you can find this at Walmart, if I'm honest. Probably could. The headphones that I use right now is, let's see, what is this? Logo iJoy. So, yeah, they're pretty cheap. They feel cheap and all that, but they work for just recording, not mixing. I don't mix with these, but I just like record, so I have something to record with because I like headphones better than earbuds. I did use Beats for a little bit, but they started to break because they were secondhand. Most of the things I have are secondhand. By most of the things, I only mean my audio interface and my headphones. So the keyboard I have had, this IKEA MBK Mini Mark II for years now, like 2 years actually. It's not that long, but I don't know why I said years. But I've had it for a while, and it has not let me down yet. It's really good. I would recommend it. My computer that I use is the MacBook Pro. I'm not too sure if it's the 2020 or 2019, 2021. I'm not too sure. But I use GarageBand, and it's the most expensive thing that I've got, but it's fairly cheap considering I got it for $900 completely new, and it has not let me down yet. I absolutely love this. In fact, I love Apple in general. Then you have my audio interface. It's the Focusrite Scarlett. You could probably find it for probably $20 to $50 on Facebook, but if you want it completely new, I would guess around $100. I haven't looked at the prices. Don't take my word for it. But I absolutely love this thing because you can change the how loud the input volume is, and it's really useful. And yeah, let's get on with the rest of the video. There's not much editing on any of the instruments. Okay, so now we're going to get into EQ on the mic'd stuff. So we're going to take this guitar, for example. We're going to play it without any EQ. Now you can hear a lot of white noise and a lot of static, and that's something that bothers me. I hate that noise. So what I'll do is I'll just take out a whole bunch of high end, and it will get rid of all of that white noise, or at least soften it to where you can barely hear it. See, it's much more prettier without all of that. The next thing that I did was the pre-chorus guitar, which is EQ a little bit different from the verse because of just different frequencies, I guess, in that specific recording. So again, without any of that. Okay, so now we're going to put back in at least the high end and see how that sounds. And not only does taking out a lot of high end make my recording sound better, or recordings in general sound better, it also just, in this case, it adds the nostalgic sound for me. Now, the other EQs I did was just EQing just some mid frequencies that were very nasty, that was very piercing, so I tried to quieten it a little bit. Like that one. And that one. And basically all I did was scoop out a couple of the parts from that. And it really softened that sound. It really makes a huge difference. Okay, so the EQ I used on the electric guitar is what I do on basically all my vocals and stuff also. So let's take a listen to it without any of the EQ. So what I did was I took out a whole bunch of high end like I do. Cleans it up a little bit more. And then what I did was take out some bass just to get some sounds out of there, because there was a little bit of racket. So I EQ'd it out. The last thing that I like to EQ is my vocals, obviously. So how I do my vocals is I will just record, a track, just record it without EQing.
Hello.
Here we go.
Hello. Do you remember me?
And this usually has the most EQ on it. So what it sounds like. Okay, this is what my vocals sound like without an EQ.
Hello. Do you remember me?
So I'll just use the telephone vocal for my, sound. Then what I'll do is I'll take out a lot of bass from my voice, because I don't like to have that much bass. It kind of ruins the sound of my voice in the songs. And I'll go ahead and just show it with just the bass put in.
Hello. Do you remember me.
And then, of course, I'll take out a lot of the high end.
We met a couple years ago.
To just get that muffled sound also. And then sometimes I'll take a little bit more out in the middle.
Remember me.
Then what I like to do is I like to layer the vocals, so I'll add 2 other different recordings, and I will put them in each ear. So this is what it sounds like.
Hello. Do you remember me?
And it creates a nice stereo sound. And I'll do the same thing with the pre-chorus. It's the exact same thing. The chorus is the exact same thing. The bridge, well, there's no vocals in the bridge, so never mind. But it's all the exact same thing, just slightly different EQ. But that's my EQ is I just take out a bunch of the bass and a bunch of the high end, a little bit of the mid sometimes, so it's like a really small arch like this. So yeah, just listen to the chorus of vocals without.
Wasted days doing wasteful things. Let our time slip away. Spent it wrong.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. And sometimes what I have to do is there's parts that's really loud on a certain track, and I really don't want to record that because it sounds really good. I'll just cut it, copy that exact track, and then I'll move it down and turn the volume down. It's pretty simple. And sometimes I'll change the EQ on that. I also added a vinyl crackle throughout the whole song. And that about wraps all this up.